According to a survey from BET, half of parents regularly let their children off school if they're too upset. So 3/4 of 2,000 families said they have allowed this at least once, 49% saying it regularly happens, and a further 26% who had permitted it once or twice. An average of 6 days off a school year are taken for mental health reasons among families that allow it. 90% claim their child's mental health was more important than attending school. Of course, we all care about children's well-being and mental health, but does this not just make the fact that Ofsted are now judging schools on attendance as absolutely ludicrous? How can we, as schools, as teachers, have any influence on this? And it also got me thinking as to how we've got here, where school is now so undervalued by so many parents to think that it's all right to have the odd day off. And I want to make this clear from the start. There are children with genuine needs, complex circumstances, real anxiety, who absolutely cannot be supported by a standard school day. This isn't about them. This is a conversation about a wider shift in parental attitudes towards school and why teachers keep getting blamed for it. So here are a couple of theories. A few things that I think I do notice. I think parenting has changed. I think a lot more parents now act like their child's friend and mate before parents sometimes. And I think social media fuels that. Online, every parent looks perfect. Every weekend is magical. Every day is about making memories. So that pressure builds not to be a strict parent, not to be the parent who says, come on, you got to go school. So when a child says they don't want to go, some parents go into rescue mode. All right, stay home, have a cozy day. But once staying home becomes an option, it quickly can become a habit. And yet it's teachers who get hauled over the coals for the attendance figures. The value in school has changed since COVID, I think. Before it was more of a non-negotiable. You only ever stayed home if you were genuinely ill. But lockdown did break that routine. Persistent absence has shot up. Severe absence has almost more than doubled. For some families, school is now something you dip in and out of, depending on your mood, tiredness or convenience. And somehow teachers are expected to fix a problem we're not creating. And another point on the COVID thing is so many people, so many parents now have a hybrid way of working. And if children see parents working from home, they're going to want to stay at home too, aren't they? I also think society has put so much more pressure on parents as well. Take the working. You as a parent, you're supposed to be a good parent, you got to work. But jobs expect more than ever, more hours, constant emails, late messages. You've got to always be reachable. If you're not, you'll be easily replaced. Parents feel guilty for not always being fully present. And that can lead us to sort of allowing that guilt to, what's the odd day off going to do? Which is why I think you see an increase in more families taking term time holidays. Because those times feel few and far between. And you want to create those precious memories. And the government fuel this pressure. This from the Prime Minister about the free breakfast clubs, giving parents pounds back in their pocket and time back in the day. Why are you encouraging parents to spend less time with their own children? It makes no sense. It's like this idea of, no, we're helping you work more hours, right? Make sure you're prioritising your job over actually parenting your own children. But that then feeds this guilt that parents aren't spending any time with their own children. And that guilt can fuel parents thinking, what's the odd day off going to do? But the thing that winds me up is that schools now are judged so heavily on attendance with no control over any of this. We know schools will continue to do and go above and beyond to try and build relationships, support students with their mental health, talk and support and help families. But what annoys me, what chance have we got if this is the habits and the views that parents now have? How can schools be judged on that? We can't do anything about parenting guilt, working pressures, or government messaging. The attendance crisis doesn't start in the classroom. It starts at home.